Welcome to Positive Energy with Crystals. My name's Hillary, and today we're doing a monthly crystal video. So December of 2026, I worked with Jade. Now, if you don't know, I work with one crystal every month, and I do all the research for it. I learn stuff about it. I work with it, and then I do this video the next month and tell you what I learned, what I liked, what I didn't like, just my experience with it. So, usually I have a really good some specific reason of why I chose a certain crystal for the month. For Jade, it just felt right. You know, a lot of emotional stuff going on, and I was just, see the Moonstone video, I don't want to start crying again. I just felt like, I knew that Jade is good for protection, and I've been drawn to Jade for a while, and just recently, was it in my birthday haul video? I think it was my birthday haul. I bought this Jade bracelet from Crystal Eyes, and I love it. It fits perfectly. I love it. And I felt it was time. And after going through my notes, I realized why I was so drawn to it. So, just so you know too, there are lots of different types of jade, and colors, and even in this bracelet, you can see, I don't want to move the bracelet because it's kind of holding the egg shape. Let me see. My space is too small. You can see there's all sorts of colors just in this bracelet, shades, and then you've got, these are pretty similar color, and then I've got some other smaller pieces that are really close to this color, and then I've got a bunch of different stuff in storage. I even have a money toad made out of jade that I really wish I kept that one out. So anyway, also you can probably hear construction. I think the bulldozer is put away, but it sounds like the bobcat is moving rock. So if you hear that, like I said in my yearly wrap-up video, we just got to go with it because they don't stop working. Alright, let's get into this. So, jade is, the most popular property of jade is protection. It transmutes negative energy that surrounds you into positive energy. It's very good for protecting children from harm. It's good for protection while traveling, and I have to tell a funny story about that. So, in December, we went on just a quick little weekend trip, not too far from us, just for some Christmas fun. And, the GPS kept sending, it was, just normal GPS stuff. Well, there was this one time we were looking for a restaurant in Oklahoma City, and it sent us somewhere weird, and not the greatest area, and it was a little sketchy, and we just got so frustrated. We went to a different restaurant. On the drive there, we decided on this specific restaurant that we were going to go to, and then GPS just got us so not where we shouldn't have been where we were. And we found a different restaurant, and it was good. And then we were driving to a metaphysical store. We were going to go, which I'll talk about what we bought there in, I don't know if it's the next video or the video after that, pretty soon. All of a sudden we see the restaurant that we had put into the GPS to go to. It was nowhere near where the GPS sent us. I don't know what the GPS was doing, but we took that as a sign that we shouldn't eat at that. It was a good idea that we didn't go eat at that restaurant. So, I took that as a protection while traveling thing, because we were a few hours from home, and apparently we shouldn't have been eating at that restaurant. All right. It also removes toxins. So I was feeling like I needed a little bit of extra protection in December, because I was still feeling vulnerable from um, from losing Clover, our dog, and stores. I don't like when I'm okay going out in public, but when there's a lot of people, I get anxious and overwhelmed, and Christmas shopping and all that. It was overwhelming. um, and then still feeling vulnerable on top of that. I felt like it'd be good to have a little bit extra protection anyway. And it's hard to explain, but the level of protection I felt from I was carrying the egg, and then I was also once in a while wearing the bracelet, but the level of protection. Okay, so like when I was doing the black obsidian, that was intense, and then I've got my black tourmaline. It kind of fluctuates. When I need a lot more protection, it'll kind of overwhelm me, but in other times it's a little more gentle. Well, the jade just felt more gentle all the time, and I've definitely felt it, but it wasn't so overpowering that I'm like, oh yeah, there's a protection crystal in my pocket. It was more like, oh, I'm feeling pretty good. So it was. Oh, I wrote down in my notes. It's like a hand on the shoulder stopping you from stepping out into traffic instead of grabbing you by your arm and yanking you back. So that gentle hand on the shoulder is what the jade felt like. And grabbing your arm and ripping you back, that would be like obsidian or even black tourmaline. So jade is also a good luck. It's another popular property for jade. It's a lucky charm. I really wish my money toad was out. I really want to show you my money toad. Those are very common for good luck. It attracts abundance and prosperity. I don't think I had a lot of. I'm not gonna say I didn't have good luck in December, but I really wasn't focused on like good luck and abundance, prosperity, even like harmony and stuff like that. I believe that there was some good luck though. I've used jade in manifestation work. I actually prefer it over green adventuring. But I don't know. It's kind of hard to. We were still grieving from losing our dog, and I still am. And so really focusing on like abundance and prosperity and good luck type of stuff and going, oh yeah, that really happened. It's kind of hard. I'm not going to say it wasn't, because there was some good luck stuff, but I don't know. It's just hard. Okay. Everything's going on today. If I wasn't recording, it'd be quiet outside. So anyway, I really like using jade in manifestation work. I have more smaller pieces. I think I've got some in my manifestation box. I've got it in a money bowl. Um, it's really good. Next, Jade is it's good for gardeners, and it also helps connect you with nature even when you can't be out in it. So, started off the month locked in my box because it was so cold, and my claustrophobia was trying to flare. But I was kind of able. I was able to calm it easier than I was last year, and I think the Jade is what helped that. And then it got hot, and I was able to, like, really, it was 80 degrees in December. That's crazy. I was able to open the door. We ran the air conditioner. Whatever. And that helped a lot, being able to let that fresh air come in. But I think having the Jade on me helped. You know, there were still flares, and it still got where I had to walk out into an open space once in a while, especially like when I was in a cramped area. And what am I trying to say? It wasn't as overwhelming, I think. It still affected me a little, but it wasn't as overwhelming. So I am going to remember that when I do have flares, the bracelet is going to really help me, I think. So I'm definitely keeping the bracelet in an easy to get to spot. Jade helps with dream work. It stimulates intuitive dreams. It helps with lucid dreaming and abilities to recall dreams. I'm not sure if that really helped. I don't usually remember dreams unless they are just like super crazy, or if there's something big that happened. I can't think of anything. I had one really meaningful one in November, but that was before I started working with Jade. So I don't know. I didn't experience anything, but I'm sure it would help. Jade can give you the wisdom to be able to see past self-imposed limitation and helps you shed outdated can't win, don't try attitude. I've been in a very negative space lately with everything going on. I think it helped that can't win, don't try attitude a little bit. I still get stuck in that quite a bit. Whoops. It's hard and stuff like that because I still had those moments, kind of like the claustrophobia moments, but I don't think they were as bad. Jade helps nurture harmonious relationships between business partners or family members. It helps with communication and understanding. All of my relationships seem to have done good in December, and I think the communication and understanding was good too. Now, a lot of that may be because everybody was being really nice to me because they knew how upset I was. But not that I have a lot of drama between all that. Anyway, Jade is uplifting and nurturing. It softens any weight you hold within you. It's calming. You should carry it when dealing with situations or feeling overwhelmed. Helps release negative emotions and irritation. Um, yeah, that, yes. I know when I did my notes, I think I really wasn't feeling it at that time, but now looking back, um, I think yeah, it definitely helped. It was in a gentle way though, because that's what I needed in December. Um, or maybe that's just how it always. I've always thought Jade was going to be like this really intense feeling, but to me, Jade is super gentle and just. It's hard to explain, but it's there. I know it's there, and I know it's doing stuff, but it's also not in an overpowering way, kind of like I was explaining earlier with the protection stuff. I think that uplifting stuff really, it does that, but in a like a gentle way. Also, Jade can help you connect with inner child and mend emotional wound from your past. I I've been trying to do some healing stuff, like inner child stuff with my mom, and I planned on doing it in October with some ancestry stuff, but there was just too much going on, and I ended it. I wasn't ready for it at that time. But I think when I retry, I am going to make sure I either got the bracelet, or even if just this pendant. I need to get a chain for it, or a cord or something, because I keep forgetting I have it. Jade is a powerful healing stone for the heart. It strengthens relationships, especially when recovering from loss or separation. I I chose Jade before I even read through my notes again and knew that this was a property. Yes. Definitely, yes, yes. My heart is still healing, and I think Jade helped. Jade is also a physical healing crystal. It helps you make a full, harmonious recovery of physical body while resting. You should keep it near you while sleeping. It helps recover from physical injuries. I don't have a place to keep it near me while I'm sleeping, like I've said before. But for health stuff, I think it really, like I've said in other videos, I think you need to work with a crystal for more than a month for you to notice like physical health or sickness type stuff. I don't think 1 month is really long enough for a crystal to really make a difference, for you to notice a difference. Just because I think it makes such subtle changes, or helps in such a subtle way, that you don't know that it's helping until later, like much later. And I don't know that I really had any physical healing I needed to do. Most of my healing in December was heart. And if you watched my 2025 wrap up, I'm going to be doing some chakra work this year. And when we get to the heart chakra, I think Jade will be like the #1 crystal I use for that. So in conclusion, I love Jade. This is one of those examples of working with a crystal, changing what I think of a crystal, or what I know about a crystal, and just my relationship with it. I am definitely going to be using it more. Not just for manifestation work, but like that. Well, definitely for claustrophobia. And when my heart just feels a little bit sad. And when I need that. So, for January, we're going with Mookite. Now, Mookite, it looks amazing. This is the one I'm carrying. And I've got some amazing pieces in storage too, some like towers and stuff. This piece I've had forever. I tried carrying this piece and it just, I don't know, this shape just felt weird compared to this one. I don't know. This one's too big. And these three kind of got lost in my pocket. So this one won. This is the one I'm carrying. But this one I've had, I think this is my very first piece. And it looks so different from piece to piece. And it's beautiful. And I've been saying for a long time I needed to work with it. So January 2026 is Mookite. And it's just fun to say Mookite. It's kind of like Bumblebee Jasper. It's fun to say Mookite. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So if you've got any questions about Jade, or even want to share your experiences with Jade, let me know. And same with Mookite. And I will see you next time.